All right, folks. That's sad news, but that's exactly where I'm at right now. January 1st, yesterday, or the day before, I'm not sure what day it was. Excuse me. 294 pounds. Pretty crazy. 7 years ago, I was 315 pounds. Started cycling, got all the way down to my lowest point of 250 pounds, and kind of stayed around 265 most of the time when I was riding and stuff. And then it started 2 years ago. I started slacking off a little bit on my riding. I would do 3 or 4 big rides a year. Wasn't riding all the time. Last year I did the biggest one I've ever done, which was 840 miles at the Florida Divide from Fargo, Georgia to Flamingo, Florida. And when I got done with that, my shoulders were pretty beat up and my hands were beat up, and I don't know. I just took some time off and used an excuse to relax a little bit and sit on the couch, and got used to sitting on the couch, didn't ride much, come up with a bunch of excuses, it's too hot, it's too cold, something's going on. Seemed like every time I actually wanted to ride, something come up, I couldn't ride. So, all excuses aside, now I'm 294 pounds, and it's not good. So I've decided to start a fat-based, I don't know why you want to say fat-based, but I want my body to be used to burning fat. So I'm going to do not quite keto all the way. I'm going to do some of that. I'm going to eat more vegetables. I'm not going to give up meat. I'm going to try to balance everything out, so I can turn this into a lifestyle instead of just a regimented diet. My goal is to be at 280. My first goal is to be at 280 by February 1st, because I'm signing up for the Huracan 300, which is actually, I guess from what they said, 381 miles now, February 2nd. So I've got to get that going, get myself, drop some pounds, get out and do some riding. I think I'm going to do some light weights, walk, do my diet, get back on my bike, ride my bike some more, try to do that kind of stuff. I've also started a regimen of, I don't know what they call this, but it's apple cider vinegar. Well, I can't see it. Let me put it in this hand. These cameras mess me up all the time. It's apple cider vinegar, and I do 2 tablespoons of this, a quarter tablespoon of cayenne, a quarter tablespoon of cinnamon, a quarter tablespoon of ginger, and half a lime, and then the 10 to 12 ounces of water in the morning every morning. I think I'm on my 3rd morning. I can't really say that I've seen a difference or anything, but I'm going to give it a try. I mean, people say it works. It helps with weight loss, helps with different inflammation in your body, stuff like that. I'm also doing bulletproof coffee in the morning. I'm going to do a almond milk with coconut butter, and the sweet matcha. I'm going to do that for lunch. Put it over here so maybe you guys can see it better. For lunch. See how that goes. It looks like it's going to be pretty good. I like the taste of it. I had my first one at lunch at work today. Pretty proud of myself. I actually took in, there we go, kind of, sort of. I need to get one in fancy lights so you can read it better. I actually made it through work today with, I had my bulletproof coffee in the morning. I wasn't planning on having my other drink, the matcha drink, till lunchtime. And as soon as I walked in there, one of the guys handed me English muffin, and I kept arguing with him until I didn't want it, I didn't need the bread, all that kind of stuff. Well, he insisted I ate it, so I actually I was proud of myself. I actually took the muffin off of it and just ate the sausage in the inside. So that's a good thing, because usually I was eating 2 or 3 of those in the morning. So that makes me pretty happy. So I made it through that, had my drink at lunchtime, held out till we got home, and then Tina had made a soup, like veggies in it, not coleslaw, cabbage, hamburger, some tomatoes, and just a broth. So I had 2 bowls of that. I think I'll be all right with that. And I'm trying out my new double walled Snow Peak coffee cup my wife bought me for Christmas. And I also trying the seeping method. I look at people, like I had at my event, the Sasquatch event. I was driving around checking everybody, and I saw Lit and his partner. They were alongside the road, and they were having coffee like they always do. And I noticed that they had their coffee cups, and they had one of these stuck down in the coffee cup. Well, I like this idea because it's smaller. Because usually, and they had the little alcohol stoves, and I don't use those. I use a regular burner. But I was gonna try to use an AeroPress, but when I bought it and got it home, I'm like, man, this thing's huge. So I was trying to figure out how to have. I have had Instant before. Instant gets you by, but it's not like this. So I decided to try this, and tonight's the first night I've done it, and I don't know. Seems like it's pretty darn good. And since I'm on a diet, it's going to be black. So I guess I'm just wanting to put this video out. I'm going to start putting these out a couple times a week. I'm going to weigh myself probably once a week or once every 2 weeks. I've been following Thomas DeLure on YouTube, and I like him because he's keto based, but he doesn't beat you over the head with it. He's really into intermittent fasting. I'm gonna give that a try with some bone broth, but I'm just gleaning some of the stuff out of what he says and try to make it work for me. I'm not saying I'm quitting drinking beer altogether, but I have slowed down a lot. I didn't have any for New Year, so I'm pretty happy about that. So I've also decided to really ramp up my riding for the first part of the year. I've got the Huracan right off the bat, Florida Divide right off the bat, Dirty Pecan, the TNGA in August. So I've got 3 or 4 rides before May. So I got to push myself. I've gotten too lazy, too lackadaisical, and it's so easy once you start laying back and not doing anything. It's easy to do that, but it's so hard to get back on the bike or get back moving again. So maybe I can, have you guys push me a little bit, keep me out of trouble. If you see me doing what I'm not supposed to be doing, say something to me. And if I don't post a video, go on my Facebook page and get on my butt and tell me to get out there and do something. So I'm going to try to keep some of the videos from my rides, not too much. Try to keep everybody on here apprised to my situation. And I don't think I'm going to weigh myself too much. Like Thomas was talking about, you can tell how your clothes are fitting about how your weight's doing. So if you guys have any other ideas on this diet, or if you guys just have anything to say in the comments, just go ahead and say something. But I really do appreciate y'all, and hopefully this is going to be a good year. Hopefully I'll get back on the bike again and get moving. I've got to. I can't be 300 pounds again. It hurts too much. Seems like it hurts more being heavy and not doing nothing than it does when I'm working out and doing stuff. So I appreciate y'all, and hopefully we can get this these videos going, and I can help you out, and you guys can help me out. So I'll see you around. Thank you.